Today we have student-led sessions, and we have the Student Council and the Psychological Society Initiative members and representatives here. And to begin with, on behalf of the Student Council, we have the President and the Cultural Secretary, Savannah Sabu and Katyani Chopra with us, and I request them to begin the session.
Thank you so much, Professor Pratyasha. Hi, everyone. My name is Savannah Sabu, and I'm here with my cultural secretary, Katyayani. So let's start with the meat about what the student council is and what we do as a whole. So let me just share my screen. So I need permission to share my screen.
I request AV to kindly allow Savannah and Katyani to be co-hosts. Could the AV team kindly make Savannah the co-host?
AV team, am I audible? Yes, sir. So kindly provide the co-host rights to Savannah and other members also. The- Savannah Katyani, specifically Savannah Katyani, please. Good afternoon, Professor.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Said.
Yeah, I'm able to. Just one second.
By the way, hi, Savannah. All good?
Yes, yes, yes. I am able to.
Hmm. Let's start.
Just one second. Yes. I hope it's visible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So again, hi everyone. We will be talking about what the Student Council does. So first of all, congratulations to everyone. We're very, very excited to have you on campus and be a part of our life and us being part of your lives too. And we really hope you have a great time your 4 years with all of us. So, what the Student Council does is um, we interact with the students, the admin, the faculty, and the university, uh, the people who hold the leadership position in the university to, address the student concerns and to improve our overall campus life. So we also have we encourage student participation in like our events. We organize a lot of activities and initiatives, and we also we take the responsibility of the academic part of it. Just communication with the faculty in case of any emergency, and it's basically we are to represent the students and their interests and welfare. So we have five positions. We have the president, the vice president, the cultural secretary, the general secretary, and the treasurer. So I'll just tell you what each of these positions do. So the president is the chief representative and the spokesperson of the entire student body of JSPC or any other schools. So we have a student constitution, and we have to make sure that we uphold the integrity of the constitution and again oversee all the activities and initiatives that we do. We also we are the I'm the primary link between the students, faculty, and the university administration, which means any meetings, any thing that happens with any of the faculty members or the university administration will primarily be going through me. And then we have a lot of general body meetings, which is a meeting where all the students can come in and, express their concerns, and we can just have a discussion about it. And that's where all of this happens. The next position is the vice president. Again, she supports the president to make sure that, the student council is functioning properly. Again, we have council meetings and official communication that happen, and she all or he co-leads all of this with the president. And at times, when the president is not available or there's an issue, they act as the acting president. Now, again, the major role of the vice president is to develop policies, considering everyone's opinions and seeing all the past initiatives and come up with more strategic initiatives. Now comes the cultural secretary. It's a very fun post, but a very challenging and demanding job too. This is where they look over the cultural engagement and the student events that happen on campus. So then they also organize, conferences, workshops, and all the student activity throughout the academic year. Also, we have they maintain a events calendar, which is to make sure, none of the activities or these events planned have collide with any other important events that we have. Now again, we they collaborate and they're in communication with the Office of Student Affairs, which is the administration for these cultural events and initiatives. And they again create proposals, they keep event reports and everything of that sort. It's a very fun job. And the next is a general secretary. So I was a general secretary in the year, previous year, and it was a very demanding job. So it's basically you have to manage the records, you document, the MOMs, whatever has been, spoken in the meetings. Then also you have to create agendas, again, create a lot of records, for the council, whatever we've been deciding, all of that has to be written. The mails that go out to the student body or any faculty is going through the general secretary. And again, we have to coordinate and organize a lot of student body and council meetings. And also, we have to engage with the batch representatives and the students to, again, have a good rapport and communication. The next is the treasurer. So, for each event, they work very closely with the cultural secretary because we are given a budget first, and we do all our events based on that budget. So they oversee our complete financial, records of the student council. They also have to manage our budget, make sure that we have enough budget for all our activities, and then they have to create a proper, accurate document of all the financial transactions that we've done for any events. So this is pretty much what the roles and responsibilities of the student council. Now comes the class representative. These are also very important roles that happen in our university, because the class representative represents students of a particular section. So any problems with you act as a bridge between the course instructors, the batch reps, the students, everyone. You're the contact point for everyone. So every section has one class representative, and what they usually do is, again, if there's any um, concern regarding any subject, you have to talk to the faculty about it. They are the ones doing it. If there's any deadline assignment and you need some extension for the deadline, you ask the CR to do it, and they're the ones who need to talk to the um, the professors and the course instructors. And then again, if there's any issues that overall that happens in a classroom, it's all done through the class representative. Next comes the batch representative. Batch rep represents the entire, batch overall. So all sections, what they do is they act as a bridge between the class representatives, all of them, and then the students, faculty, and the dean. So they're supposed to hold regular meetings with the class representatives of each section and then, communicate important updates with the student council or the dean or the faculty when it's necessary. And yeah, so this is the major responsibilities of the batch representatives. Now, I think you might be very interested in how these, how people get selected for each of these events. So first, there is an election commission that's elected by the Student Affairs Committee. So they go through an entire election process themselves. Then comes if you want to stand for a role, you submit your nomination for it first, and then that has to be approved by the election commission. So everyone who gets approved, they can campaign and they can present their ideas to the students, just to make sure that what you want for the university is clearly implemented or what you want for your class is clearly implemented. Then voting is conducted online, so there are forms where the students have to go in and they have to, you know, have the election process done. Then first, the student council is selected first in the previous year. So we had our election happening by the first or second week of April, and the entire process of selecting and nominations always done in March. Now, class reps happen after you all join the class. It happens in the first month of the academic year. Then after that, once the class reps are selected, then the batch representatives. Then the results are announced, and then we have a formal transition to the newly elected council and the CR and BR. Now, Katyani will be taking over to explain the SGRC, which is a Student Grievances Redressal Cell. Over
Thank
to you,
you.
Katyani.
Thank you so much. And also thank you to Professor Pratyasha. I will be taking you all through SGRC. So I'm Katyayani and I'm serving as the Cultural Secretary, like told by Savannah before. So I'll take you guys through what exactly SGRC is. So all the events that happen on campus, there is definitely something that is going on behind it to make sure all of it runs smoothly. So that is the duty of SGRC. And alongside that, for the student body, all the issues that they have, all the problems that they're facing, SGRC is the middle person, the bridge between the student council and the student body, and also the admin. So I'll take you all through the different committees that we have in SGRC. Sana, can you move to the next slide? Thank you. So the different committees that we have are events, hospitality, housing and infrastructure, logistics, social media, decorations, security, food and mess, and PSC. So to talk about the different committees in detail, first we have events. They are responsible for organizing and executing different events that happen at JSPC. So we collaborate with different schools, different societies, different clubs, and the events committee works closely with the cultural secretary and the entire council to ideate on events and also organize them. Then we have the logistics committee. They run behind and then they make sure that the coordination is smooth and everything that we need for a particular event is in place on the event day and even work before. And then we have security during events to ensure that all students and everybody who attends the event feels safe and the crowd is absolutely controlled. Then we have hospitality. I'm going to be talking about Sukoon and health center services ahead. So hospitality students, they work very closely with them and they also make sure that everybody is comfortable and taken care of during an event. Then we have social media. Now social media's job is not only to take care of events but also make sure that we're using the right channel to spread good information. You'd be told about the JSPC handle that we have. They they also see how we have to put ahead information to other students. Moving on, we have, yes, the Food and Mess Committee, FMC. So they make sure that you have a good dining experience. And if students have any sort of issues and they would want something to be changed at the mess or with their dining experiences, they make sure that they are the middle person there. Then we have housing and infrastructure. Like you all are aware, it's a boarding university. So they make sure that they address all the student accommodation issues and infrastructural issues that students have with the authorities. Then we have the decoration team. They absolutely work closely with events and logi, and they design how an event will look, because we have events at different locations, and they make sure to make the best out of what we have and in our budget, obviously. And then we have PSC. Now, PSC stands for Peer Support Commission, and they are students that are available for you to talk to them. They're obviously not any professionals, but when you are in a mental distress, they're obviously there for you. They're just a call away. You can talk to them. And if the issue would need some professional help, that is also available. Moving on, I'm going to be talking about the initiatives that are in JSPC. So we have Pal to Pal. You'd be introduced to Pal as soon as you join college, and maybe even before. So every student, every fresher is assigned with a senior that helps them navigate their life in college. Right now, you might have some questions, but once you join campus and join JSPC, there are so many questions that you might have. And that one senior will be assigned to you to help you through everything. If you have some academic doubts, any sort of doubts, they'll be there for you. Next is academic tutoring. Now, during exams and nearby exams, you might have some questions and some clarification that you want to make. So here we assign different students who studied that subject before, meaning your seniors and who've done well in certain subjects. They can help you with the doubts that you might have and also give you the kind of approach that you should use during exams. Next is something really exciting. It's the buddy project. Now the buddy project, it's a 2-day event that takes place for the freshers to get well acquainted with campus and also get to interact with students from not just JSPC but different schools. This time buddy project is taking place on 7th and 8th of August, which is the first weekend, and here we have different events, different activities, and there are also workshops delivered by the students so that you know how campus works, what are the rules and regulations. Honestly speaking, as a student, buddy project really adds so much to your general experience, and you should definitely attend this event. Moving ahead, we also have different clubs and societies. So firstly, talk about the JJ White Society, which is Psychology Society Initiative. We already have the members from the society here, so I'm not going to get much into the details about that. They'd be introducing you to it. Then we also have different JSPC clubs. So these are all student-led clubs. There's student leadership, there's collaboration, and this is exciting because you as students can definitely become a part of these as members first and also take up leadership positions later. Now, to talk about how can you be a part of these and also SGRC. In your first year, you can obviously not take the head positions. We already have assigned the heads this year. So for SGRC and clubs, you can definitely interview for these and you can be a part of any of these clubs, any of the committees that you stand by. Moving ahead, I'm gonna be taking you through something very exciting, which is the JSPC Starter Pack. Now, this is something that we sat down and curated for you to have you understand a certain things that we think are essential for you to know. Firstly, we have the attendance. Now, you definitely should attend classes in college. It is crucial, it is essential. Firstly, because when you attend the classes, you definitely understand your course material, and your class presence also adds to your marking. And going to classes, it's not just about that classroom experience, but there's so much more that you're exposed to at JSPC classes. And there are so many electives that you can choose from. There are so many things that you can learn, so we would highly recommend for you to go to classes and make sure that you're there. Second is know your POCs. Now, POCs, point of contacts, what we mean by that is that, like we explained to you before, if you're facing any certain issue, we have different committees for SGRC. They are the first ones that you reach out to. And after the heads come the student council. If you have any issues, we are always there for you. You can reach out to us. And if you have some subject related issues, you have your faculty. You can obviously take office hours with them and reach out to them. Then you also have different deans and obviously our dean. So whenever there's an issue, you obviously have a very open and transparent channel to reach out to them. And we have regular uh, general body meetings and also meetings with the dean to reach out for any sort of issue that you have. And then we have different university policies that you'd be taught about later. But to give you a little preview, we have different policies like the gate pass policy and many other policies like that, which you'd be told about and send proper mails. And then we have COGSASH. Now, this is a committee which is against gender and gender sensitivity and violence and sexual harassment. Now, there are different student reps that are there that you can reach out to when you experience something of that sort and also see to it. And when you attend the buddy project, there are going to be workshops that are going to be teaching you all these things in proper details. We also have a lot of services on campus like Sukoon. It's an on-campus mental health services. You can reach out to them when you're in distress. You can book sessions with them. You can have proper counseling sessions as well. And when you are dealing with Sukoon, we also have student reps in JSPC like the hospitality head and also us. So we're always there for you to, reach out to whenever you face some issue. And then we also have the health center, which is 24/7 open. You can always go there whenever you have some sort of distress. And there are so many more things that there's just so much more to learn. So we're open to take any questions that you have, and you can always find us on campus when there's something to talk about. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to us in the chat box right now. And after that, we'll have a few games that we'd want to do with all of you.
Thank you so much, Savannah and Katyani, for that presentation. And just like Katyani said, the floor is now open for any questions. You can either unmute yourself or you can type in your questions in the chat. If not, you can also proceed with the games.
Okay, that's perfect. I think you guys will have some more time to put in your questions in the chat box towards the end. So let's just move towards the game. Katyani, would you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a few games planned for you. The first one is a myth or fact. Like me and Savannah, we talked about few things, and you might have a little idea yourself. So I'll say a statement, and you'll have to guess if it's a myth or a fact. This is about JSPC and JGU also. So whatever you think, you can just type in the chat box if it's a myth or a fact. All right, shall we start? Can I get some thumbs up from all of you so that we know that you're listening? Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll start with the first question, first statement. So the first statement is you need prior leadership experience to be a part of SGRC. Okay, so most of you are saying the same thing. Yes, it is a myth. It's not a fact. You don't need any prior leadership experiences. We do not expect you to have done hundreds of MUNs to be a part of SGRC. You can just be interested and intrigued to be working, and we'd obviously love to have you on board. The second statement is being a part of SGRC is mostly attending events and being visible on campus. Is it a myth or a fact?
Absolutely right. I can see a lot of answers. It is a myth. There's a lot of thing that goes behind, being part of the SGRC. It's all some students work up front, some students work in the back, and it's all like everyone's appreciated for their work, and we really, we're really thankful for all the work they put into.
Yes. Moving on to the next questions. A statement. Student feedback can influence changes in university life on campus. Yes, that's a fact. Definitely. Whatever issues or whatever problems you'd come up to with us, we will definitely put it ahead. And student voice definitely makes a difference in Jindal. So when it's communicated effectively. Moving on to the next statement. The most effective student representatives are always the most outspoken people. I repeat, The most effective student representatives are always the most outspoken people. Yes, definitely. It is a myth. You don't need to be the most vocal person. Somebody who's just approachable, responsible, and definitely a good listener can be a really important member and representatives. So we really try to be available for students who are there so that they feel heard and we can put their issues ahead. The next one is psychology students spend more time conducting and understanding research than most people expect. Fact, fact, definitely. There's so much more. Yes, you're all right. It's a fact. So, my last statement is you need to be exceptionally talented to join a club or society in Jindal. Definitely, it's a myth. You don't need something really out there. You can just be talented or creative or just interested to join something, and the interviews are in such a way that they just don't look at your experience but how interested you are to do something. And there's so much more. There are so many more JGUI societies that you can join, clubs at JSPC. We have so many new clubs that are going to be introduced this year also. So that is it from my side. Now we have another game.
Okay, just one more last question. I think this is very necessary that you guys know this. Just again, university is mainly about getting a degree. Is it a myth or a fact? Yes, absolutely, you guys. College is so much more than, just getting a degree. You build yourself, you build who you are over there, you build skills, you find so many opportunities, and it's just a place for you to grow as a person. And Jindal, you have so much offered by Jindal. You only become bored only if you allow yourself to be bored. There's always something happening, and you should always just be proactive and just explore everything the campus has got for you. Now, on to the next game. It's a very fun game. So it's called Guess the Event. Like Katyani mentioned, we have our SGRC, and we mentioned that we also did a lot of events. So I just want you guys to, just take a look at this collage with all of these pictures and just try to guess what this event was about. Okay? So here you go. This is the first one. Yes, I see a lot of answers. It was our prom. This was called the Scarlet Soiree. So this was a very beautiful night. It was really fun. So on to the next one.
I think it's a little hard to guess for them.
Yeah. But just give it a try. Just, figure out what this might be. No, this is not the buddy project. Okay, that's very close. Someone said open night and talent night, creative meet. Yeah, so it was something like this. It was an open mic. This is an event that JSPC holds very close to our heart because, it's just a time where everyone just comes together. You can sing, read poetry, dance. Oh, someone said Biswamil. No, Biswamil does not look like this. You will see a lot more when you come here. So, yeah, but coming to this was called Ankahi. Ankahi is something that we have every single year. We've been doing for a long time, and it's a really nice space. It's a very safe space. Everyone's just open to, listening to others, and it was a very fun night. So next, this is a very easy one. I think everyone will be able to guess this one. Yes, you're absolutely right. This was a Valentine's Day event. Again, It was very, very fun. It's all about, sharing love with your friends, your loved ones, and it's just a very happy and very a very soulful place, and it was a very fun night. Again, all our events, when everyone's there, it's just so fun, and we just love having everyone around. Yes, and it was called Love in Retrograde, and it was a very fun night. Next, this is again, a very special event. Why don't you just take a try and guess what this is? Yeah, Sufi Night was part of it, but that's not what the event is. It's a little difficult to guess. So this was this is our flagship event. Yes, someone answered this is for Mental Health Day. Yes, this is our Mental Health Day. It's our flagship, JSPC's flagship event, and it's a 3-day event, where we have um, a lot of, there's talks, there's workshops, there's a lot of activity that goes through. Then we ended it all with a wonderful, a Sufi night where it was so peaceful. And I think as JSPC students, it's a very important event that we celebrate too, because it's how important mental health is. It's a JG wide event too. All of these events are JG wide. It's open to everyone. So you're just preaching about how important mental health is. And this again was one of the events that I really enjoyed and loved. So the next one, this. This also, all of these are a little hard to guess, but just give it a try again. Yes, all of it actually. Everyone's answering. Yes. So this is a faculty and a student event. It was called Beyond the Books, where, all the when you're in class, the students and the faculty have that bridge where they're just your professor and you're the student and you're just learning. This event, everyone just came together. We danced, we sang. There was a lot of, activities, games, and this happened, I think, right before at my tenure ended, and it was such a fun night. It's just you bond with your professors way more. Students see a side of the professors they've never seen before. The professors see a side of the students they've never seen before. So this was again a very fun event. It was called Beyond the Books again. So yes, that was all the events. We have so many more events coming. These were just some of the events that we did. We do so many more. It's so much fun, to be part of the SGRC or just to be part of the JSPC student body altogether. And there's just one last activity that, we'd like you to do. This is we'd like to keep it short because Sai has to take over. So it's just we'll be sharing you an editable Canva link. I would like Katyani shared it on the chat.
It's
So
there.
just open that and just put in pictures of what you want your college life to look like. Everyone just add, and at the end, we can see how everyone's college life is gonna look all together. Everyone's small little ideas and small little, wishes and visualizations. It just creates a huge difference to everyone. So let's just see just how it's gonna turn out in the end.
Are you all able to edit on it?
If you can just give a thumbs up.
Yeah. I guess, yes. Yeah.
I see so many people just putting up a lot of things already. Come on, guys, it'll be really great if all of you, just participate and add in whatever you want your college life to be, just to see what it'll be for you, how it'll look like for you all.
It could be stickers, pictures, or you could even write any.
Anything. Yeah, you can do. This is just a very creative space, just a creative board for all of you. Yeah, it's all coming together. Everyone's has something to put in. So we'll stop this in 2 minutes by um 5. We'll stop it at 5. Sorry. I mean 4:40. My bad, not 5. Sorry, my bad. Okay, guys, we have to stop with the addition. Now, all of you can just, look and see what has been. Wait, let me just make it. There's so much I can see, so much, so many sports, there's studies, there's cameras. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, there's you can see it for yourself. There's room bonding with your roommates, having fun with your friends, just studying, getting good grades, all of this. Now you see how wide and how amazing your college life is going to be. And we are so excited to have you and, share this experience with you. So we just want to let you know that if there's anything you have, any questions that you guys have, we are always available. And we have all of our emails here. You can just send us a mail if there's anything you'd like to know. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Pratyasha. We had one wonderful time interacting with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, Savannah and Katyani, for curating those activities, which were quite fun and interesting, and also for sharing those pictures, because that really gave the students a glimpse of what JGU and JSPC is about. Now, I request on behalf of the Psychological Society Initiative, I request the President and Vice President, Priyambada Chowdhury and Shambhavi Chari, to begin their session.
Hi everyone. I hope you guys are doing really well. Firstly, congratulations. I just want to say that you're going to have a wonderful year ahead. And thank you to the Student Council for giving a sort of a brief on who we are, but I'll be introducing our society. So I'm Priyamvada Chaudhary. I'm a fourth year JSPC student, and I'm the president of Psychological Society Initiative. And with me, I have
Hi everyone, I'm Shambhavi. I'm also a fourth year JSPC student and I'm the vice president of Psychological Society Initiative for the upcoming tenure. And we are very, very grateful to have all of you here and to have this opportunity to represent a society that means so much to all of us. We do look forward to having a lot of you on board with our society in the upcoming tenure, and we're hoping to have a wonderful time with all of you.
Okay, so we are, as the name suggests, we are advocates of mental health and psychology on behalf of JGU, and we are a JGU-wide society. So anyone from any course across JGU can join us. And to give you a little bit of a background, JGU has so basically PSI or PSI, as we like to call it, has been there since 2022. It was established in 2022. I will not go into the boring historical details, but Sai has grown from being just the dreams and ambitions of our seniors to becoming a full-fledged society with more than 100 members every tenure. So kind of a little bit of a big deal. I still can't believe that I am the president of the society. So I will be sharing my screen. I hope I can get my okay, yeah. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so yeah, Psychological Society Initiative. And as I said, PSI was established in 2022 as a student-led body with the objective of spreading awareness about mental health. It's a university-wide society. And so we just wanted to give you a bit of a overview of what our events look like. So something that the Student Council has also spoken about, which is Mental Health Week. It's also our flagship event where we collaborate with the Student Council and all the clubs at JSPC. And the Sufi Sur, which was there last time, it was a wonderful, wonderful 3 days. It was hectic, but honestly, it was an experience. And we also have other flagship events like Happiness Day, which is, of course, as the name suggests, for Happiness Day, and Beyond Boundaries, which is for LGBTQIA plus communities. But we'd like to collaborate with this time around. We collaborated with Parinde, who are also LGBTQIA plus affirmative society. And we also have smaller events. As you can see on screen, we had something called Aurelia, which is a flagship event, but we also had Between Seasons, which was a buzz event. And I will let Shambhavi take over the structure of PSI.
Yeah. Thank you, Priyamvada, for introducing what PSI is and what we do here at JGU. I'll be talking about what the PSI body comprises of. So we essentially have four components of PSI. Firstly, the board, which consists of four members: the president, the vice president, the general secretary, and the treasurer. Now, the board is the body which is elected by the entire PSI body. So there is an election process that happens, and then the four members are completely elected by other members of the society. Then we have the department heads. We have a total of 6 departments, and each department has two department heads that look after the entire department. The 6 departments are listed: organizing committee, the social media, creative, security, outreach, and content. And then we have the department body members, which are the members that belong to the one of these departments. So if you were to apply as a member to PSI, you would have to choose which department you want to be a part of, and then you will be inducted accordingly. And unlike the department body members, the general body members are ones that are not that do not belong to exclusively one particular department. So they belong to PSI as a whole, and they work on a volunteer basis in whatever department that they wish to work with. And even their induction happens a little differently from what the department body members are elected. And then the department heads are inducted by the board. So we already have our 12 department heads already. And in the upcoming tenure, we would be inducting members. So you guys would be our prospective members if you wish to apply to a particular department, or if you wish to apply as a general body member, you can do so. We'll be covering the induction process as well in the upcoming slides. And now over to Priyamvada. We have a fun activity plan, and we would appreciate if you guys engage with it.
Okay, so Shambhavi has already mentioned that we have different departments that you guys can always apply for once the semester starts. So as you can see, the 6 departments are mentioned here. So I will be making like not a riddle, but I'll be making a statement. And off the top of your head, you don't have to know anything about the departments, but off the top of your head, whichever department you think this line sticks to the best, I want you guys to type it in the chat if you can. So the first thing, I turn ideas into actual events. That is correct. Most of you gotten it. Oh, all of you have gotten it right, actually. I mean, the name is quite self-explanatory, but yeah, so the organizing committee turns our ideas, any abstract ideas that we might have, into concrete events. Second, rules first, fun second. This might be a little confusing. Oh, it's not. Okay. Maybe I should have picked harder riddles, but okay, great. Um, Amazing, amazing. Okay. I make friends before asking for favors. Wow, you guys really, that is amazing. That is amazing. Okay, next, I turn blank pages into words. I can see why like there is a mix of answers like creative and content. I would say it's both. I think I might lean a little bit more towards content for this, but I agree, I agree. If if it isn't posted, it didn't happen. Okay, great, great, great. All of you are correct. Um, I say this shade feels wrong. I mean, that's the only one that's actually really left. Okay, so last one. I turn awareness into conversations and conversations into community. Okay, so this was a little bit of a trick question. It is actually PSI as a whole, PSI as a whole. Whoever answered PSI, very good thinking. Yeah, it's PSI as a whole. We advocate for mental health awareness, and we really hope to spread mental health awareness one event at a time. Um, I will ask Shambhavi to explain our departments a little bit so that you guys have an overview of what they are and you know which department you want to apply for if and when you do.
Yeah, so now safe to assume that we have a fairly good idea of what each of these departments do, and we're genuinely really impressed by how much you guys already are aware of what each of these committees do. So let's just get into what specific roles and responsibilities we have for each of our departments. Firstly, we have the organizing committee. Now, this is the committee that drafts plans and executes all events that we hold at SCI. So anything that has to do with brainstorming, executing, planning our events is done by the organizing committee. Then we have social media. As the name suggests, it handles the social media platform of SCI, majorly our Instagram handle and our Instagram page. So anything you see on it, posts, reels, stories, and even communication with other student body is done through our social media department. And then we have the creative department, which is responsible for planning, designing, anything to do with visual and creative aspects of our events. And not just events, they also sometimes work with social media department to uh, collaboratively come up with visual posts and stories for our social media page as well. So anything that has to do with visual creativity, the creative department does. And majorly, they take over the aesthetic aspect of our events, including our decorations. And then we have the security department, which overlooks the overall security and decorum of all of our events. They ensure that the crowd is maintained, especially for our flagship events that have a larger crowd coming in. And they are also responsible to execute and manage the event being coherent with the JGU conduct guidelines as well. They are also responsible to in planning our events to ensure that there are no possible security or safety hazards that can come up during the event, and if they do, what all steps need to be taken. All of that is handled by the security department. Then we have the outreach department, which handles all the communications between SCI and other bodies, be it other JGU societies or clubs, or even external collaborators or external organizations that we might invite during our bigger events. Mental Health Week is one of the biggest events that we hold, and we have a lot of external collaborations during that time. We also hold awareness campaigns, donation drives, panel discussions, all of that. Anything to do with people outside our society, we do it through the outreach department. And they are also responsible for inviting external vendors for our events if they want to set up stalls inside the campus. And then we have the content department. Now, this department is one that takes over and that sort of overlooks everything that is written, drafted, documented, published by SCI. Any written document that is published by us is either done completely by this department, or they are the ones who execute it, plan, or approve it. And they majorly handle our LinkedIn posts and all content that is published through SCI's LinkedIn post. Now we will go over the inductions for members if you wish to apply. Yeah, if you wish to apply to any particular department, you will be doing that through which is a two-step process, which is you'll fill out the application form and then you'll have an interview round. And then once you're selected, you are a part of PSI. For that, you need to first choose what department you want to be a part of. Now, you can only apply to one department. Like one candidate can apply to only one department. And the application forms will be out during August. So once the semester commences, we'll have the application form sent out to all students through the mail, through our Outlook mail. And you can fill out the application form. You can choose your own department. Just yeah, it is open to first years. It is open to the entire JGU body. You don't have to be a part of only JSPC to apply. And you can either apply to be a department member or a general body member. Now, I'll be talking about the general body member in a bit. But for our department member, once you fill out the application form, it will be screened by the respective department heads. and then you will be informed if you're shortlisted for an interview round. This will also be conducted by the specific department heads that you apply to, and based on a specified criteria, students are shortlisted to be a part of PSI. And then if you want to be a general body member, there is no screening process as such. You can apply on a first come, first serve basis. You can just fill out a short application form, and on the basis of your application, you'll be inducted into the society. You don't need to go through any screening process as such for to be a general body member. There was one question, one second. No, not necessarily. We do not expect freshers to have exceptional, achievements or qualifications or certifications as such. As long as you are passionate about what we do and you're interested and you're willing to put in the commitment that is required, we are more than happy to welcome you to SAI. And that's all that needs to be reflected from your application or interviews. Nothing else is required from our end. So yeah, you can apply as either of these department members or general body members. And now handing over to Priyamvada.
So these are our socials. This is our Instagram page, which literally reads Psychological Society Initiative. And this is our LinkedIn on the left, which is Psychological Society Initiative again. And just if you want to know more about what we do and find out more about our events, I think you can see from the snapshot that we have put, we've recently announced all our heads to the GGU community as well. You can check them out. You can check the board out, and just check us out. I'm sure we can build a very nice community together. And yeah, we at PSI look forward to seeing you soon. And from a personal perspective, Sai has become a part of my university life that I would not forego for anything. I joined Sai in my second year, and this is my third year in Sai. And as I think I speak for Shambhavi as well, where Sai has become such an integral part of our lives that every waking moment when we are on campus, you're like, oh, wait, we could do something like this. We could do an event like that. And it's just a lot of deco, which is decoration work, where you sit with people from all batches, from all schools, and you just interact. And I think that's the best part of being part of a society, where you get to interact and meet so many people from so many different backgrounds. And yeah, we at Sai look forward to seeing you soon.
If you guys have any questions, we're open to answering all of them. Please drop your questions on the comment box.
Thank you so much, Priyamvada and Shambhavi, for that presentation and for the activities. And just like you mentioned, the floor is now open for any questions.
I had a question, but it's not related to the clubs or anything. I just wanted to make sure that the biometrics email that was sent, I had given a reply. It got rejected once, and then I sent another one. Is there any kind of sort of reassurance of like, is it going to be given that it's accepted or not? Because I got a mail for rejection, but I didn't get one for acceptance.
Kushi, could you let us know who you sent the email to? And I'm not
No. So I did send an email. There's an interface on which I have to send an image of myself that's live, right? So I sent that twice. First one got rejected. The second one has not gotten a reply yet. So I just wanted to know whether we get an acceptance reply or not. Should I be waiting for one or not?
Zaid, are you there? So Kushi, we'll revert back to you on the Zaid. Do you
Right. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Professor. Kindly send me an email regarding that issue. I'll coordinate with the team and make sure it will resolve soon.
Thank you so much.
Professor, I think there's one question. Can postgraduate students also participate? Yes, absolutely. It's open to everyone across JGU. For clubs, it's specific to the course, but you can join even if you're a postgraduate student. Yeah, it's completely open. Do not worry about that.
And even if you don't have any questions at the moment, as the student representatives have already shared their email IDs, you can reach out to them and drop them an email, and you can also just reach out to them when you're on campus and you see them as well. So I'd like to once again thank our student representatives, Savannah, Katyani, Priyambada, and Shambhavi, for taking the time out and for talking more about the the student council and the site. And I really appreciate the time and effort that you've taken to put forward the session. And I also like to thank all the participants, and especially those who attended all 4 days of the immersion program. And this is the last day, and I really look forward to seeing you guys all on campus next month. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Pratyasha, for hosting us. It was a great opportunity.
Thank you so much to everyone who joined this meeting. I really look forward to seeing you guys on campus.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Zaid sir.
Yes, thank you, Professor. Thank you, Jessa. Thank you, guys, everyone
Thank
else who
you.
joined.
Thank you, everyone. See you on campus.
And the recordings will be shared with you soon.
Definitely, recording will be shared soon. Sure.
Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.
Bye-bye.